Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023 Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament on SpeedGaming 2. We are featuring a Group T race between number 4 seed and defending main tournament champion ObscureLifeForm and the number 107 seed AverageFrustratedGamer. Currently, both our runners are 2-2 in this very tight group stage. AFG did take the first game between these two, and we have another wonderful Invrosia seed to show you today. I'm SpeedGaming, joined by Lana Bean on comms and Walter on tracking. Lana, how you doing today?
Doing fan-darn-tastic. How about yourself, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Invrosia?
Absolutely. So today's mode, Invrosia, as was just said, we start in the Dark World. We start with Sword, but then we got to find a bunch of items to get to the Light World, and basically most things are just going to be tight for the beginning, and then a bunch of Light World checking for a while, but otherwise, items in dungeons, it is guaranteed to have one of the dungeon items or one of the good items on the bosses, but otherwise, gosh, I think that's about it, really. I mean, it's just a fun mode to watch.
Yeah, it is a fun mode until Moon Pearl is somewhere not fun.
Yeah, but starting with a sword, thankfully, it does make the early game a little bit easier to route here. Just trying to get some bombs for AFG. And meanwhile, Obscure is not trusting this today, going straight for probably Skullwoods area, farm some bombs.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing the two standard openers that a lot of people go for, looking for tier 1, tier 2 tree pulls down by Hype Cave, and the other one being the free bombs in Skullwoods.
Otherwise, a thing I did forget to mention, big keys are shuffled, except the GT big key is going to be in GT today.
Yeah, absolutely. So that means there's one more item in each dungeon for us to get. However, one of them is locked on the boss, so you don't have to count two differently than you normally would. You just find those two items in Skullwoods, for instance, and then you just get the third one on the boss.
Pendants at Ice Palace and Turtle Rock, red crystal at Thieves Town. Otherwise, the rest are regular crystals. One more crystal, one green pendant in Light World.
Yeah, kind of nice to see Turtle Rock be a pendant. Don't have to worry about the ice rod in this seed here.
Theoretically, the seed can have other ideas, but we shall see. But otherwise, these are two very talented runners. Expect a good race. And you do have AverageFrustratedGamer handling the arrow game, getting some free money. Takes time, but in this mode, money can be hard to come by and you may be forced to go into pot early. Meanwhile, Obscure farming some bombs in Skullwoods. AFG is doing the big game with that money just acquired. And there's a bottle in Skullwoods. Sick Kid's still in Light World, so not immediately useful, but it is red goo. So it's a good safety if you have to climb that mountain early.
Yeah, definitely handy. There's a lot of low percent possibilities in any inverted type seed, so just that free red is going to be super helpful potentially here.
And we have AFG with knowledge of inverted heading over to buy some bombs. But ObscureLifeForm heading down with the bombs that he just farmed to get that check first. Okay, Johnny Two Bombs, what do you got today? A Quake. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing other than Quake, which who knows if we'll need it.
Well, you got a sword. If you find a moon pearl and have to do any Death Mountain running around, the Quake could come in handy, being able to take out those dead rocks easier.
Oh yeah, that is very true. Get some revenge on those dead rocks for all the seconds lost over the years.
Exactly. How many doorways have you been trapped into dead rocks? Otherwise, South Dark World coming in empty. Looks like Thieves Town's gonna have to have something or several somethings for us here.
Yeah, we really can't do anything, and since the front four are the only checks we can get in Thieves without Big Key, I kind of expect maybe a hammer or flippers to get us over to Pod. Might be the answer the seed's going to give us.
It could be, unless it wants to give us 3 items. I've seen one a couple weeks ago, had Moon Pearl, I believe, hammer, and glove. It was like, oh, okay, all right, cool.
Ah, super friendly seed, huh? So far, not much in Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, just one more check before Thieves Town. And ObscureLifeForm only does this before Thieves Town area, so both are funneled into the area, but if AFG can avoid Skull Woods, there's a bottle there, but not much else. Hey, there's a glove. All right, so lamp time?
Yeah, potentially lamp here. And then everyone's favorite inverted shenanigans going up to Aga Tower, maybe.
Exactly. A lamp does put Aga in logic, as Aga 1 is at the GT entrance in this mode, and the GT entrance is at Aga 1. Or Mitz, that's cool. Okay, where's our Pearl?
Yeah, I'm thinking you're right there. Pearl might be in these next 2 checks.
Okay, down to 2 checks left in the entire game at the moment. Where's our Pearl game? Not there. Be a lamp, be a lamp. Give us some excitement. Aw.
Wow. All right, 6 minutes. Dark or Light World access. Not the crazy Ambrosia seed I think everyone was hoping for.
Well, this is gonna be pretty linear for a bit. I mean, you only have 1 entrance in a Light World. Both runners are going to do almost the same things, but a little bit of routing differences could make up the time difference needed for one of these runners in this game. Okay, are we going to get our Light World check? Let's see. Okay, interesting. Not even doing the North Kakariko checks. Probably doesn't want to get distracted. Gonna go immediately for Back of Escape and Graveyard Ledge for AFG.
Yeah, if you're gonna make the loop south of CAC after going through the woods and all that, this makes sense to come over here first. Otherwise, you kind of have an awkward walk back over to Graveyard Ledge.
Okay, at this point, just looking for a bunch of big keys and some items here and there, and that was an evil shield. Thank you, AFG, for avoiding it. I appreciate it.
You didn't want to pick that up, AFG?
He knows who's commentating this. Alright, Pack of Escape, are you going to disappoint us? Okay, and Obscure decides not to save and quit from Thieves Town. A wise idea.
Just some trash in the Back of Escape. We're going to take the walk out, get the Sanctuary chest, and then continue over to Lost Woods, most likely.
We'll see if ObscureLifeForm decides to go ahead and route this any differently at this point. I mean, nothing showing to the north here so far, so unless there's something here, yeah, you could pretty much skip that right now and be pretty safe. Okay, we green pendant, vanilla eastern, red crystal at desert, and a regular crystal at Tower of Hero. We have our dungeon knowledge and a master sword.
It's almost like the seed is free.
As of this point, absolutely. We'll see if there's any bit of a troll at this point, but there's a lot of game to look at right now. And flippers at the mushroom spot. That is required for Swamp Palace.
That was our first big key to Misery Mire there in Blind's Hut.
Very required.
Along with the fire rod.
Okay, where's AFG going here? Oh, Zora money. Okay.
Okay, interesting. I think I'll just leave it there. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta expect between Kakariko and South Light World, you're gonna get money for Zora, very likely. And you've got Houlihan open to you in Light World anyway. So this is an interesting choice to go ahead and farm bombs right now, or farm money, but it's something that could pay off. Pun intended.
Doesn't even farm up to 500. We are going to get the Smith grab, though, which we probably should have done before we went to the Light World, but that's all right, too.
Well, so far AFG has not lost a lot of time due to the routing issue here. Routing, I guess I should say lack of items so far from the route he's taking, but if Smith does have something, even in inverted, a mirrorless Smith chain is really hard, and what AFG is kind of doing is allowing himself to go ahead and route in purple chest with South Shore, which could really pay off. And both runners are going to be at close to the same spot. If he checked it, I missed it, but did AFG check Lumberjack?
I don't remember seeing a Lumberjack check.
And that's our second big key. A big key to Eastern Palace, a green pendant today. Ooh.
Well, just $50. So, Aga is dead, along with Aga.
To answer a question in chat, yes, this is GA Metal on AFG side, and Obscure is using no vanilla or no audio today for MSU, just just vanilla, I should say. Oh my gosh, the fish can swim.
Yeah, imagine the fish needing flippers.
Well, it seems by the end of this, both runners are going to be in close to the same position. The difference is AFG is going to have a Smith chain pretty much completed by the time Obscure gets back to Kakariko. Okay, so we have 2 required big keys so far. So not a terrible start. Okay, that bottle for Obscure, does that pay off? Not so much.
A little worried about that kid having bombs in his bed, but
What was he planning to do?
have a good time, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe they're just firecrackers, it's fine.
Maybe they're balloons and they're upside down.
There you go. They're big blueberries, it's fine. And both runners are giving each other a high five at this point, saying, hey, what's going on? And both being equally disappointed. At least if there is something up there that could be required, they'd be like, hey, boots are somewhere at some point. Oh, hi, Tempered, how you doing?
If there was ever an item in this seed to put on library, it should have been Ice Run. Because then you never know if you're actually going to find boots or not.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but one thing we do need for Desert eventually is the book, so Head will be readable at some point. Maybe before the runners are doing Skullwoods, we'll see.
So there was definitely a seed earlier that maybe it was yesterday. Book on Ped.
It's a paradox.
I had never seen that before.
I love it when that happens, especially since all it does is unlock 2 more checks.
So both runners on a very early tempered. They're both going to know that the other person definitely got all of those swords. So it's really going to come down to routing, and there is no obvious sword advantage. So that is something to keep in mind. And I think the runners are probably going to be feeling that as well.
But is somebody going to head towards Desert earlier than the other person? We'll see. In the meantime, we do get an evil item in the chest. Ew.
I definitely like the early Desert play, especially because you can get Checkerboard Cave as well.
Absolutely, I agree. Plus, the game just tends to put stuff over there more often in inverted. You see big keys and boots over there pretty often. Looks like Obscure's betting on that. It looks like AFG not trusting Desert so much.
Yeah, the only problem with walking over here, given our loadout, is we don't have easy light world access because we only have mitts. So either Obscure has to walk all the way back, or go back through the CAC portal and walk all the way. So either way, it's just a lot of walking.
It is for sure. But if it's something that AFG does orphan, it's something that'll be on the back of his mind until he has a reason to go there. And if Obscure does find something here, that's going to be a bit of an advantage, whatever it is.
Absolutely. And in Mini Moldorm Cave, AFG just picking up a red boomerang and some more trash. Just a big heart there in Agina, so nothing to write home about.
I think the rudest thing for these runners at this point was if the game decided to put something in Ice Palace, which is... most of it is quite in logic, minus the Hammerlock stuff. All right, well, neither runner are currently picking up much in terms of progression, unfortunately, at this point.
Yeah, definitely a lot more still to do. Eastern Palace, even though it's a pendant, still looks good. We do have the big key, so really we're only ever isolating whatever's on Armos. And with the flippers and the money we've picked up, we could take a look at the water checks. Got AFG going to Hobo. We'll see what he has today.
Well, that's not something you want to skip for sure. It's a tough check to come back to. So I don't blame AFG for doing that right now. Burn, not terrible. Is it required? No, but it's safety, especially if you end up getting a hammer soon and Spike Gate looks good. Okay, getting some Zora checks from AFG. I'm sure Obscure probably coming right over here right after this. There we go. Oh, my Lanta. All right.
Oh, Waterfall Fairy Cave with the goods.
And here's another thing we haven't really discussed. With Turtle Rock being a pendant, unless the game puts something important in there, that mirror may be in GT. Wait, no, wait. We do have Swamp, but it may be hard to come by.
Yeah, it could be pretty deep in the logic.
That does unlock the Mire area. We don't have boost, we don't have hookshot, but 2 checks in Mire shot. Ugh.
Yeah, now it kind of potentially feels bad that we walked all the way over to desert, because if we do find a mirror, then we would have had a lot easier access than walking. But like you said, that mirror could be anywhere.
It can. Let's see what AFG does at this point. In front of escape, maybe? Or no, from this. Wait. Isn't it faster to walk from Dark Sink? Oh, getting that purple chest for AFG. Okay. Does Obscure pick up the Smith at this point? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it makes sense to come over here and grab hammer picks too.
So the style we got going at this point is AFG being very thorough, trying to clear out everything in the area you can. Obscure going with the more risky, but often pays off kind of check the quick things now and then come back to the slower stuff later. Once again, a big shout out to Walther, handling all the tracking for us. Thank you so much. While we're at it, another quick reminder, don't forget to give these 2 runners a follow, AFG and Obscure. Obscure is the winner of the last main tournament, trying to defend that title. And AFG has been at this for several years and does a fantastic job as well. Makes the main tournament because he's darn good. So links are in chat, give him a follow if you can. And my coworker, my co-con, my buddy here, also give Keeps Gaming a follow as well, doing a fantastic job.
Thanks, you too, Bob.
I appreciate it.
All right, we've got the flute active. So where to next?
Everywhere, but in this particular case, AFG is probably going to purple chest turn in. And wisely keeps that inverted mindset here because it's really quick to do it this way. Alright, so purple chest, if there is something on this, Obscure may not do it for a while, maybe waiting for that mirror, who knows.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to rat it in later, but just the 300 there. It's not missing out on anything too important.
Yeah, thoroughness seems to be the enemy at this point. Meanwhile, ObscureLifeForm, first person to the eastern area to check out, see what Saha has, and maybe if he's feeling spicy, step independent eastern.
I'm wondering, because we're probably going to see a save and quit here for AFG at Aegina's Cave, right? Wonder if it'll come back from Meyer area, or maybe we'll see a mountain play.
Could be. With that flute, Mountain is first in logic here. Looks like Obscure is going to go do that rescue Gary. Climb the mountain, take the portal, go turn Gary and climb the mountain again because he doesn't love climbing the mountain multiple times.
Yes, that is the main story of Ambrosia. How many times do you have to climb the mountain? On each side. AFG pulled a little scatterbrain move there and went through the portal on autopilot, thinking I gotta go to the Dark World for Meyer.
A little bit of muscle memory there. Reminds me of the April
definitely
Fool's.
Happens.
It's like the April Fool's seed that pulling that thing and dropping down just sends you to Houlihan. It was hilarious. Oh, well, we can get into Meyer. Well, no, wait. We don't have a hook shot.
Not yet.
Or boots, so yeah, that's not doable.
Hold. All right, yeah, we still don't have one.
True. It's like under, like, what is it, key under the doormat sort of thing sometimes.
Yeah. I was hopeful.
All right, out of logic, Gary, what do you got? Just a little bit of love. And AFG going to Catfish.
Yeah, you were talking earlier about AFG being very thorough, and I think this is showing, quite a bit. I think there are other plays that could be done, but AFG is just making sure to get all the checks out of the way. Probably thinking Obscure is gonna skip a bunch of this, so could be the easy difference in time if there's something in one of these.
And the mountain not paying off for Obscure either, so it's looking closer and closer about a front of escape or eastern at this point almost.
Yep. We haven't seen Uncle Front of Escape. There's quite a bit to do still on the mountain. Yeah, Eastern looks pretty good. You get that the kind of early sphere big key kind of question if something might be in there.
Well, if AFG has more of a reason to go to Eastern first, he's already skipped that area for now, and Obscure already checked Saha, so I could easily see Obscure, if nothing is over here, going and checking some of the things AFG did, and if AFG would just go straight towards that Eastern area, likely. Whoa, that was close.
I think the fish is short enough that it could just duck under the fireball.
Accurate. And AFG not taking any of that sass using that Verna. Alright, Death Mountain coming up empty. Oh, and Obscure opening up TR, but gonna go and use those mitts and go right to Light World. Got mitts, got hammer. East Light World is a thing.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, we didn't need any other medallions for the seed because it was just Quake.
We already have Fire Rod, so Ice Palace is not requiring that Bombos.
Oh no, double dead rock.
Oh my Lanta, that's a...
Pull out the Quake. Pull out the Quake.
Do the Quake. Do the Quake. What was I talking about? The Quake. Useful. Alright, Obscure looking to start with I should say Spiral Cave, and Average Frustrated Gamer going with Paradox.
It's a little surprising. I think I would have just done Mimic Cave first. That's personal preference, I think. You're going to climb the mountain a couple times to get everything anyway. And because Obscure's been skipping a few things here and there, like if you're going to skip Spiral, that would be the one to skip. So I think it's interesting that he started with that one first.
Yeah, I'll probably burn by it one too many times. Just doesn't want to leave it. Because if you find progression there, you're still going to check this. But if you check this, are you going to check Spiral? Uh-oh.
Ooh, here. Very handy. So now we're going to climb the mountain a couple more times because we're going to probably see some Turtle Rock entrances. Or at least
also,
Laser Bridge.
Yeah, for sure. There's also here we can go do... we could even do the front half of Swamp. Yay! The game not giving us much in terms of big keys so far, though. We just got a mirror up here. Holy moly.
Yeah, AFG going in the middle entrance for TR, so you're going to get the Lava Chest and Chain Chomps.
Also an interesting choice. Not many people go mid-TR immediately. It's usually like Laser Bridge, then maybe this entrance. But
yeah, I think like this early I would only do Laser Bridge and then just say forget the rest.
Yeah, almost here. And Obscure going for the Power of Hero entry, but I guess that, yeah, we got no hookshot, no big key. And I forgot it was Ambrosia, so we can't beat that. Oh, Obscure going for, oh, Spike Cave.
Yeah, this is as good as time as any, right? Technically in logic with Berna, though we didn't have full magic, but that red cube coming in handy.
This will be tight, but he's got it. Holy moly. Alright, AFG's move not paying off either.
Right. Interesting. So Obscure leaving didn't do Laser Bridge, which I think is quite the interesting call when you've done some of the mountain, but then dip out on like the densest or second densest spot that you can do.
right? And the mirror and the burnout or cape, put that in logic. And AFG doing spiral before laser bridge.
Chat letting us know the lamp was in the lava chest. I definitely missed that.
Oh, as did I. Holy moly. All right, so is AFG going to do this twice more, once for Hero, once for Laser Bridge, or go to Hero, check that, go to Laser Bridge, or just avoid Laser Bridge? Okay, Obscure's going back there.
I'd say check laser bridge, avoid error.
Almost. Okay, AFG first on Laser Bridge. And get shot by a laser. Ouch. I think I better pull out some red vines for this laser bridge. Oh, there's a lot of keys. All right, so three quarters of the keys just hanging out laser bridge. Sorry for the interruption. Go ahead.
I was going to say there's only one of me. I don't know what you're talking about. Bad joke. Sorry.
Even with the lamp, AFG is still not saving Gary.
Yeah, interesting choice, but can be done very quickly because we can just fleet right to the door. Oh, and has the mirror.
That too.
So we can just mirror in front of the door.
But even after all of all of Death Mountain, I should say, we found a mirror. All we've unlocked is the yeah, just in front of Swamp Palace. This is inverted, so the mirrors has limited use.
Absolutely. Yep. Reasons to go into Swamp Palace right now.
I'd go Eastern at first at this point. I'd trust the Pendant Dungeon over the Crystal Dungeon instantly. Obscure picking up that in-logic lamp. Alright, looks like AFG may be going for Swamp Palace. Did not flute to 5.
Chase a slightly deeper sphere of logic.
Or I'm just wrong. That's
Front
cool.
of escape.
Yeah. And plus, the other thing right now about Eastern is it's not just Eastern. You're mirroring you check pod as well. Another reason why I'd probably trust that area over Swamp right now.
Yeah, I just know like the way I like to personally route. I really want to get that pod big and or the bow before I ever try to go to pod. So I'm gonna like do everything else first.
That's when the game puts the big pod key in the vanilla chest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
And
always a good idea until it doesn't work.
Right? And suddenly AFG just has all the money. And both runners with another high five. In this mode, it's Ganon's tower. Down here, it's not Castle Tower. So not going to be able to enter that without, 7 more crystals. But essentially, yes, chat, you are right. This is a very close race so far. There's been some divergence, but overall, most runners have checked close to the same thing. And there's Butter Sword.
Yeah. Easy mode activated.
Haven't even taken down the boss yet, and we got Butter.
At this point, we've had that fire rod for a really long time. It would be quite interesting if Moth just had like the major progression item at this point, and we've been leaving it behind for 20 minutes.
I would agree. I think the runners are waiting for the book or something at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want to go over there. At least be able to beat Thieves Town at the same trip or something. But yeah, it would be pretty interesting if it was just like, yeah, hook shot over there.
Right, got a skull. Get your Thieves Big off of Mothula. And there's a map in Dark Cross, so goodbye, bye to escape. Alright, we flew into 5 for AFG. Yes, we are. We'll see how deep AFG goes here, whether it's a Saha Eastern Pod trifecta or something else in mind. And Obscure is pulling up that Skull Woods card at this point. I think we're about to get your answer to that question, Keeps.
Yeah, there's not too much else to do, so one of these runners is about to find some sort of progression. It's just which dungeon was it in? I think there were 2 items still in Skull.
And there's still Swamp. Let's not forget, both runners may find nothing. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Obscure with the heads-up play, going to Light World, mirroring, and oh, hi, Skull. How you doing? And AFG doing what he does, believing in Pod.
Alright, well, we're not bow locked in pod, so we can get something, whether it's useful or not. Don't know.
And Mothula with Butter Sword. Hello, Moth. Goodbye, Moth.
Yeah, it's like a hot knife through Oh, wait.
Alright, that being said, only bombs on Mothula, not much going on there. But a first crystal for either runner at about 44.30. Well, that doesn't seem needed. I think this loadout, doesn't it technically mean we're bow locked?
I mean, it was...
I mean, beyond the first check. I think the back may be bow locked.
Was there a key on the bridge? We have a key, so I think we're not bow locked.
Well, yeah, but you could take this key and spend it going towards the boss, because you've got the hammer. Pod logic confuses me.
Sure. All my monkey brain knows is have key, can open door and back.
Right, but an unexperienced brain would be like, must go to the boss. Oh, I don't have a big key, but I just spent my small. And looks like both runners with the same idea go into pod. I think Obscure did use that potion, so not going to be able to potion glitch. We'll see if Mimic Clip is a thing for Obscure. Looks like AFG is trying the Mimic Clip.
Yeah, not having too much luck is probably pretty, what's the word, frustrated at this point.
I approve, well done.
My thumb hurts just watching the length of time AFG is doing this.
Right, my thumb is exhausted just watching. Okay, there's two keys up front. I think AFG did not grab the bridge one and does get the clip there. So yeah, definitely not bow locked if that's a thing at this point.
Well, big key in pod, but for a different dungeon. So Skullwood's big.
That's very good for AFG. It gives him a chance to go to Skullwoods and knock that out. I don't see Obscure going back there quickly.
We've seen all of the items from Obscure. There's not an item in the big chest.
Oh, I thought there may be one left. Okay.
No, there were 20 rupees in the under the bridge chest in the back, and then there was something in the front at the beginning. I'm not sure what it was though.
I think it was a bottle.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, the bottle was there.
But you are right. That big key means nothing. Never mind.
Alright, well, Harmless Hellway does have something in it.
But we are running out of checks in pod quickly.
The chants of swamp are growing louder.
But does one of them dip Eastern before? I mean, you got a big key You got a lamp, so logically there are 5 available checks in Eastern, which is 1 more than Swamp. No, it's tied with Swamp. There are 5 in there. I forgot. Nope, there are 4. There's a small key. It's not randomized. There are 4.
Hey, Obscure. Something's missing.
He didn't try to open the thing at least, I guess.
Yeah, realized after walking out. That's at least better than, reading it or running face first into the boss door or, things like that.
Yeah, and then he forgot he was playing inverted and was trying to mirror as well, so... There we go, he found his portal. He's in Eastern, AFG's in Eastern. But is this the right play? We'll see. We basically have 9 checks left in the game. The game has to give us something.
Maybe Ganon finally got good at hiding items.
Well, and what both runners are thinking is that, oh my god, we got this Eastern Big Key in Kakariko. My opponent totally checked all of Eastern first time in this area. And yet they don't know that neither did.
Yeah, and you're also, looking at your items and your completed crystals, for AFG 0 at this point, and going, it's been 50 minutes. This does not look good.
Right? They're like, my opponent has 3 crystals right now.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, my Lanta.
Alright, I know where we're going next.
That's another beatable dungeon. But if there's something in the basement, that's a triple dip Hera. Did AFG ever go into Hera?
I don't remember. But my concern right now is it would be really nice to find the book before you actually go back to Hera, because you have to walk the long way to get to Hera. And if there's something on Ether, or we have to go back for that, that's going to take forever as well.
And that is very orphaned. Did we ever check Bumper?
I don't think we did. I don't know. I don't remember anybody taking that screen because our mountain access ended up... Well, the way we got to the mountain, at least, was Flute. So I'm not sure anyone's actually seen the item.
I don't think we have. And we've got a mirror, and yeah, we could do that.
Well, the big key chest for Eastern has the big key for Pod, so I guess we're going back in to kill Helma.
Game, please.
Now, hopefully...
Oh, AFG's noping out.
Oh, no. Hopefully Obscure does not go for big chest, because I believe it's just the compass.
That's all he's got left here is the big chest. Alright, little catch-up going on, kind of. I think AFG is looking at the bumper check. Probably Skullwoods at that point.
Oh, right, we don't have a bow. Imagine having a bow.
Imagine progression.
You mean you can't mimic clip the big Igor statue thing?
Oh, nothing on bumper as well, okay. Yeah.
Swap.
Bumper for Obscure. Nobody wants to go in Swamp. No egg shot. But I think Obscure has to go to Swamp at this point. Or Hera.
Or Hera, yeah. And AFG making the best call available to them, just because they haven't done any Skullwoods. So you have everything. You have the big key. You have the fire rod.
Butter Sword, 11 arts, you're fine.
Yeah.
And it's Hera for Obscure. It's a crystal. It's beatable.
I like this. Yeah. It just is going to feel real bad if you find the book right after we leave.
Right. And, like, I'm pretty sure that neither of the checks in Tower of Hero were anything. So I'm pretty sure there's still 3 available items. 2 of one of them is in basement. No, there's 4. Right, big key shuffle. So potentially 3 items available. Right. AFG, what the heck did you roll, my friend?
Also, doing Hera has a little more value for Obscure, because Obscure is the one that skipped Laser Bridge, right?
No, he went back eventually. He was doing it at basically the same time as AFG. And Obscure also went and got the lamp, I think, as well. So, yeah, I think they're on even footing.
Okay. Here's another fetch quest.
Game, please.
Oh, well, all the Hera items were upstairs. So I guess the small key is locked itself.
Unless it's on the boss.
Can't be on the boss.
Oh, you're right, Ambrosia. Yeah, basement has its own small key. And Helma, are you the answer? Not Helma, pardon me. Trolldorm. Oh my gosh.
Cane of Samaria on Moldorm. Alright, I guess we're going back to Turtle Rock, huh?
Yeah, we got no hookshot, no boots, no Meyer option yet.
So this is either one of the front 3 or Crystal Roller Room. So really that opens 4 checks for us. But it had to have been the progressive item, right?
Hard to say. Front of Swamp could be something, but less likely at this point. We'll see. Okay, well that's all of our TR small keys. So progression either right side of this area or swamp. And AFG make up the right call going up the mountain as well. Only one place for him to go. Oh, game.
Well, double hearts. Got one more shot in Crystal Roller Room. Go from Laser Bridge, but otherwise, looking like a swamp play maybe.
Yeah, no kidding. The game's kind of trickling in items here and there, but most of them are last location.
We did get that powder though, so we do have Magic Bat now.
That's true. And Obscure. What is he doing? I think he wanted to go to Crystal Roller and drop down the wrong part.
Yeah, I think so. And unfortunately, at that point, I think he just made the right call, just because you don't want to climb again. But
oh, pendant swamp over or pendant ice palace over swamp.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did say this earlier. It is available.
Yeah, I totally forgot about ice.
As did I after I pointed it out, like with the fire rod. Rude game. But now with the red cane and a hammer now, an ice palace is looking a lot more tempting. So Obscure's only hurt if the progression is at Crystal Roller. But Obscure may have been thinking about that. Because there's only a couple checks left in TR, right? So boss has to have an item. So maybe you realize we don't have a map or a compass. Solid icebreaker on Obscure's part, well done.
Ooh, Thieves' Big Key.
That is required.
And I am bad at this, as we've already stated about key logic, but I believe that means ice was not hook locked.
Oh golly, I am not the one asking about ice logic. It's even more confusing than pod and cross keys. Oh no, trapped again. I don't think it was Ace T. I think it was the chest with the spike room.
Yeah, it was the U room or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, and pendant number 1 for ObscureLifeForm. AFG did clean up Tower of Hero, does have that Samario. And ObscureLifeForm going for Thieves Town. Okay, AFG, what are you doing now, my friend? Ah, Spike Cave. And it's Bloom out for ObscureLifeForm. Not gonna turn it down. Alright. Disappointing Spike Cave.
Who knows, maybe we'll just get the book here in Thieves Town and then we can do both of our 5-6 dungeons.
There you go. Alright, looks like AFG trusting the magic bat. Oh. Oh no.
We're going to swamp. Let's go.
Let's go.
It was the right play the entire time.
Well, Obscure hasn't found anything in Thieves Town, but does have that biggie to pick up a crystal and get a heart piece, so Swamp could be the play. Or better said, Swamp is the play because Thieves Town didn't have anything.
I feel like we've been saying that for the last like 30 minutes. Just like, I bet it's Swamp. I bet it's Swamp.
Yes, we have. And AFG is in fact going to the Swamp first. We're gonna get a bow to go beat like both Pod and Eastern. Eastern, you know, Irma Saints having some sort of progression.
Yeah, I mean, if we do get bow, I could see doing both, especially because Eastern's also green pendant, so you get another free item.
And it looks like Obscure's not going to be missing out on that big key. So AFG is in a little bit of trouble at this point because all that big key does is unlock nothing in Thieves Town, meaning the rest of the entire seed right now is going to be open to AFG once they find whatever they're looking for. So that Ice Palace play may be a ways off for AFG, unfortunately for them. And unfortunate for Obscure at this point because you're going to be able to write in Purple Chest and get that Swamp play done at the same time, so efficiency-wise, that's pretty good for them.
Yeah, just like they planned it. Oh, there's progression. Blue boomerang.
I was gonna say that's got to be it, right? Boomerang, that's fine. Oh no! Oh god, do you go left side or do you leave?
Oh.
We're saying goodbye to Swamp. See you later.
Oh,
Heck
no.
with left side. Oh my Lanta.
Oh. So how do you feel about Ether Tablet?
Orphaned. See you never.
Man, I can't wait till that's the next actual progression.
Oh my gosh. And both runners have done Skull, so routing in Pedestal at this point's like, ugh. Hey, it's the other armor upgrade, okay. Okay, AMG just has to hope there's nothing on left side swamp, like the boots to beat desert with or something, because, oh my gosh.
It'll be really interesting to see if Obscure does left side here and if there's actually something over there. But I think there's merit to kind of both choices.
I agree.
Because the game gave you obvious progression, because that big key, like the powder into the big key into the book. So you're like, obviously I follow the book, right? But if something's left side swamp, it's going to be tough to come back.
I agree, but if nothing's there, it's another 2.5 minutes that AFG desperately needed.
Yep, absolutely. Boots.
Okay.
Right. Time to go fast.
Gotta love 72-minute boots.
And then there's something on the torch, right? Ah, start.
Oh, he's fluffing and he's getting it.
Make me wait for those boots. I am going to get that heart.
It's mine. Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah, and we can just do Meyer.
And if AFG does dip ice fairly soon, which is not likely, at least the boots will make that a little faster.
Oh no, AFG didn't have enough magic for the Quake cast.
Oh no, and your stun is a heart. Just go back in a desert. There's easy magic in there, AFG. Or are they going to Ice Palace? Oh, they're buying a blue potion, never mind. And book for Obscure, we are going left side.
Yeah, still a super valid play to come left side. We have only 2 items in desert without the big key. We have 2 book checks, and that's it.
So, big time, yeah.
If those don't pay out, Obscure is probably thinking, well, I'm going to have to come back here anyway.
And Obscure is probably feeling pretty good with the choices. AFG probably a little bit behind with the extra checks. So probably just looking to skim some corners here as much as he can.
Obscure.
Or
Obscure.
What do you...
Obscure. Obscure. Please notice. Please notice. Those pegs are down.
Pegs
are down. Oh no.
Chat! Chat! What is he doing? Well, hope nothing's right side of left side. Because I think Obscure's leaving after a left check.
A lot has happened. It wouldn't surprise me if his brain's a little fried. And who doesn't like fried fish?
Oh my
man,
god.
the big key for deserts left side.
Oh my god. Oh, that's not. But he did see the pegs and he's leaving. Oh,
Yeah.
my Lanta. All right, well.
Wow.
The
So
fish
that's 2 big keys in locations that AFG is going to have a hard time getting to if we keep getting like trickle progression here.
Oh, and imagine if Hookshot's just sitting on land though, or in the right check unless that's not going on. Oh, that's the beatable for the rock now. Wait, no, wait, we need a big key. Never mind. And also it's a brilliant view.
Yeah, so at this point, where hook bow go?
Yep, that's accurate. Just looked at the tracker. Hook, shot, and bow. Bow go mode. I should say bow no mode. It'll be bow go mode as soon as Obscure finds out hook shot. And frustration fish face coming up in 3, 2, 1. Stupid boots.
Hey, at least they got boots and they're not in GT.
Not wrong. Pretty much everything's coming to fruition here. Unfortunately for AFG, leaving that big key left side swamp, and who knows what else there. And there's a big key that you need a nice palace. And there's a lot that AFG's going to have open up to him. Okay. And so hopefully this hookshot pushes AFG at least back to swamp, maybe left side.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense to do swamp, go back to swamp. When you do the back, say, okay, I left side, I still need items. Let's go back in.
Nice Palace is the big question mark at this point. You have no reason to go there.
Never mind, we're going to hook.
Yeah, it's coming. So basically, as soon as Obscure goes to Meyer, which will be immediately after this, he will be in go mode. Okay, so Obscure working on Crystal number 5 as we speak. AFG going back up the mountain to go. Oh, it's a ether tablet. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of the last chance to check it, right? You had to come. You came up for Hookshot Cave. Never coming up to to the mountain again, probably.
And to answer a question from chat, the Thieves Down Big Key is an Ice Palace. Pendant Ice Palace.
Which we had access to pretty early, and we just skipped for a very long time.
Yeah, neither runner went to Swamp or Ice forever. Just happened that Obscure got fortunate to choose Ice over Swamp. Okay, and Obscure making the right call, skipping left side. If he just goes to the big chest and the chest next to it, he'll be in go mode in just a minute. Or we'll go left, that's fine too. Oh right, there was that too. He needed to come left. Never mind, it's fine.
Well, AFG is going to do left side here first instead of after the boss.
And at 1:22:21, ObscureLifeForm is in go mode. Oh wait, we didn't need Ice Red Egg with that. Forgot about that. Tiara's a pendant. What the heck am I thinking?
Maybe there's a Trinex in GT still lurking from another seed.
Hey, you never know. And at that point, AFG says, "Oh man, I was just there."
Yeah, definitely heavily frustrated gaming right there.
Okay, Crystal, number 5 for ObscureLifeForm. Just got to go to Swamp, clean that up. Go to Pod, clean that up, and done. Well, close to, anyway. And with this loadout, I could definitely see AFG going Eastern over Ice Palace.
Yeah, maybe. Because they're gonna get the bow out of desert, right?
Yeah, it's on Lambo.
And then you go get the item off of Helma for sure first, since you're gonna have to do it anyway. Probably might as well kill Armos while you're there. So yeah, I can definitely see that happen. And while we're seeing kind of the back half of Swamp here and AFG cleaning up desert, just a quick reminder for this is Group T. Both AFG and Obscure are 2-2. AFG took the first game. The other folks in this group are Relkin, who's 3-2, and BSJ, who's 1-2. So this group is gonna be super close. And we're gonna have to, I think, see every game played out before we can figure out who's gonna move on.
I agree. All right, that is Crystal, number 6 for ObscureLifeForm. As AFG picks up that bow. Just a Thieves 10 big key away for Frustrated Gamer, but oh my gosh, that key sitting in Ice Battle is not going to be a friendly spot.
All right, just one more boss kill here for Obscure. Does need a small key. Gonna see the hover clip. Let's go. Fish can fly. A little too far on that clip there.
Wonder if he'll pick up that big key to Skullwoods.
I think the best thing that could happen for AFG to be pointed in the right direction is for Ice Big to just be on Helma. Because then you'd be like, huh, all of Ice is now in Logic. Following the logic chain, maybe I should go to Ice.
Not wrong, and it's something that could put him in the right direction, but I think Eastern will be a little bit too tempting. Pretty darn good Helma room there from AFG.
Practicing for MC Boss, AFG bombing Helma.
Both runners with another high five. How you doing? And down goes Helmasaur for AFG. Picking up crystal number 6. Meanwhile, Obscure takes down Helma, picks up crystal number 7. Do you happen to like games, Keeps?
I really do like games, yes.
I think there's one we should play. What do you think?
I think that there are lots of key locations, 22 to be exact, in Ganon's Tower where the big key can be. One of them will be correct, and if you put the right number in chat, Lana will give you a prize.
Absolutely. And also keep in mind, there could be up to 3 big keys in GT. So the first one we see may not be GT.
Yes. Don't pull a Keebs and mash the mirror button before determining that it actually is the big key to this dungeon. All right, Lana, where is it? Where is the big key?
I'm going to say 6 today. How about you?
So I'm a huge fan of top left Stalfos room, which is traditionally number 5. However, I was already right once today. Challenge Cup race earlier, it was top left Stalfos. So I'm actually going to switch it up and say top left Compass, just to be different.
Oh, spicy. Good choice. Okay, Obscure, you're going to give us a couple of crystal beams here. I expect a couple of swings. Got full health. Rude.
Oh, it was 1. Oh, well, maybe.
Or
Hold on.
is
Hold on.
it?
It's 1.
It's 1. All right. We have a guess of 1 from J-Joe. And right behind Spinner, GG's to both of you. You win a lifetime supply of random seeds brought to you by ALTTPR.com. Enjoy. And the utmost respect, of course, from myself and Keeps.
And also, JoJo gets some extra good luck because they are racing against GFE on ALTTP randomizer at 10:10 Eastern. So just in an hour and a little bit. So make sure to check out that restream. And I hope your big key is also just on the torch.
All right, just Ganon's Tower to climb and a pig to roast. Meanwhile, AFG does take down Armos Knights, does turn in that green pendant. And now we head south. Wait, did we get a mushroom? We got a mushroom. Okay, at this point, I think AverageFrustratedGamer does need to know that it's Ice Palace for that right call, and no! That was nice.
So close. The delayed entry Samaria strat. It's beautiful.
And there's Silvers. Their boots locked. How you doing, Silvers? Boots
So
and mislocked.
Desert giving us both bows.
Right. Right. That's amazing. One on Landmo, one from King's Tomb, and Boots and Desert. You are right.
Well, Obscura finishes up the tower here. Speaking of restreamed races, directly following this race here in about 20 minutes, starting on SpeedGaming Main, we have Norsk Maddie versus Nimjembro at 9:10. So randomizer action all evening for you.
I think that is the last race of the night, right?
Yes, the two I mentioned are the only others that are on the schedule for this evening.
That's right. Lots to go tomorrow, though, so I think some races start at like as early as 8:30 Eastern, which is crazy because I'm on the West Coast and that's 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. When I put my list together, the restreams had not come out yet, so I will go check.
Okay, Aga 2 going on for ObscureLifeForm. AFG is in the right location to get that big key. And down goes the big pig for ObscureLifeForm. Just one more battle to go.
Yeah, the classic question of who would win, one small fish or one big pig.
I think AFG gets into go mode just as Obscure is finishing. But holy moly, for the longest time, close race. Just happened to come down to who goes to Ice Palace first, and it turns out Ice over Swamp was the right play because Thievestown Big Key only unlocks Thievestown, whereas, you know, the book unlocked everything else. And at 1:39:03, AFG does enter go mode as well.
And just a couple of spins to finally defeat Ganon. Get your revenge for him mixing up all the items in the game.
And brutally this seed, I might add.
I think that's the plot of the game, right? You're just mad at Ganon for mixing up all the items. Something like that.
Probably. Like some triangles are involved or Doritos, something like that. I don't know. But either way, ObscureLifeForm is finishing up the big pig. There we go. Keebs, why don't you go ahead and give people their final times here? Or at least, you know, Obscures.
Of course, yeah, as Obscure finishes here with an official time of 1:40:19. GG's to Obscure.
GG's in chat.
3 and 2 in the group, and splitting games with AFG.
And speaking of ObscureLifeForm, we do have him joining us here in the booth. GG's to you, Obscure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So how about that left side swamp?
Oh, man, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about any of my 1,000 mistakes that I made in that seed. I saw those that barrier up, those switches up. I was like, oh, no. But, I mean, I just don't know. My brain was kind of mush at that point. Like, it was just... I don't know. This seed was enough for me. Thank you.
But we do have AverageFrustratedGamer tossing in the towel here. GG's to AFG, and we are joined in the booth by AFG as well. Good game to you, GG's.
Hello, GG's. Thank you for hopping in on the comms on short notice. Obscure, well done. Congrats. Keith,
Yeah.
How's it going? Hello, everybody. How are you? What the hell was that seed?
Yeah, it all came down to going to Ice Palace before Swamp.
Yeah. Obscure and I were talking about it in the post-game chat. It sounded like he hit a pretty good path after doing that, getting to go Thieves like through Swamp with the Smith chain. It sounds like there was a good gain to be made there.
Yeah, I think that's the only part of that seed that actually felt good, to be honest.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Well, Inversia has to throw something at you because it did give you like 6.5 minute light world access.
Yes. Yeah, a more fun Moon Pearl is always great on Restream. A 6-minute Moon Pearl, or 6-minute Light World, pardon me, is rather sad, but it did definitely have the but wait, there's more aspect to it.
I love that. Wait, there's more.
But for the first 45 minutes, y'all were looking like you were just wanting to find stuff to do.
Yeah.
At least get some progression.
Yeah, seriously. That's why I bailed out of Swamp when I got that book. It was like a man in a desert finding water. I was like, oh, and I went to desert immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically how I felt this whole seed. I was just like, oh, come on, seed, like, give me some indication where to go. And then at one point, I was saying, like, I think I had like Pod and Eastern, I had Ice Palace, and I had Smith Chain that I could do. And I was like, which one should I do first? Obviously, I went Pod and Eastern, but it just turns out you actually had to do all three of them. So it didn't really matter which order. Well, I guess it did because I think Powder was up in Hera or something. But yeah, it was just that it just that's what this seed was. I mean, if this seed could be summed up in one sentence, it would be like, where do I go now?
Yeah, holy crap. Send a map. What the hell?
But it was a very close race. You all spent the first 40 minutes of the seed, 30-40 minutes of the seed, just lockstep, just going to the same places, maybe doing stuff in a little different order, but the game was pretty much just forcing you into the same pattern for each of you. And the main difference came when it was near last location of like, okay, do I just go into Ice? I could beat it, but it's pendant. Or do I go into the front of the Swamp Palaces? I can go in there, but I can't beat it.
I think I would have gone Ice if I didn't get that Swamp Big Key. When I got that, I was like, all right. Now that's the closest thing to a signal I've had all day. Let's follow it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when I picked it up, my thoughts were kind of the same. I was like, no way it's going to be in the big chest here.
Yeah. Oh my god. The way the seed went, I was like, there's something. This is just games got jokes. There's going to be something terrible is going to be in big chest. It has to be at this point.
And Obscure just kind of hesitated for a second, kept going left. So was there any chance you were going to leave Swamp at all after that book? Or were you just like, I'm not taking any chances. This is trolling me?
I was still missing bow and hookshot at that point, I think, and the desert big key. So I was just kind of like, you know what, let's just get it done, because I was like, with how awful this seed has been and how, clowny and wants us to go to weird places, like there's a strong chance hookshot. I was expecting hookshot more than the desert big key, to be honest.
Yeah, that was not what I thought would be. It was definitely after I had gone to desert after getting that book, I was like, oh, well, okay, cool.
That's all horrible. Thanks, game.
I mean, getting to go through left side Swamp the non-traditional way with the hook and all was definitely offset the pain a little bit, but it turned out that Obscure's go mode was hook, and then when he said that, I was like, oh, okay. Now I see why I'm in Thievestown and you're done Ganon. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, both our games, like our last game came down to that fire rod,
Yes.
and I think this game came down to that ice palace. I mean, it's like I've literally been like since my last game against Relkin, and I kind of messed it up. Like I've been so nervous because I know this is a bit of a do or die match at the moment, so it's kind of not winner takes all because there's always a chance to get back, but it was a little bit more important for me. But so like I've been super nervous because I know how good you are, and I was like, "There's no way this guy is a quarter 4 runner." I was like, "He's so good." So I was kind of like, you know what, whoever wins this race has a very good chance of getting through, and like I need to win basically. So I'm kind of like, well, what am I going to do against AFG? So I've literally been planning and plotting all week, not expecting Ambrosia because my last game was Ambrosia, and of course it throws Ambrosia, and my brain was just not ready for Ambrosia at this point.
Oh man, I appreciate that. My nerves were definitely rattled too. Going up against you, the last tournament winner, I was like, what the hell? How do you 2-0 this guy? What do you do to 2-0 Obscure? So I had little time losses here. Even when I went back, I wanted to bring Smith into Kakariko. So when I went by there and I went by Aero Game, I had like this irrational sense of impending doom throughout like the whole first hour when we had nothing. I went to like re-farm Aero Game, and I was like, that's it. I just lost the game. It's like 20 seconds. It's over. 20 seconds. It's over. I made a left turn instead of a right. I just lost. Like the nerves were shot.
I'm looking forward to looking back because it sounds like it was a pretty interesting race anyway. I think both our races have been pretty interesting, and it just literally came down, like you said, like one person turned left, one person turned right. Who picked the better choice, you know, and that's what both our games came down to. So it's I don't think it says anything bad against either of us, to be honest. Like, it's just the way Rando works sometimes, but hey, it's always good fun racing you, AFG.
Oh, you
GG's.
It's always a pleasure, and there is an outside chance. And now that I lost, you're right. This was definitely a big race for Group T. Now I've envisioned all the scenarios if I lost this one. And there is a chance we could meet again for round 3. So I'm BSJ Obscure. I am watching that match, keeping my fingers crossed. It's all I can do now. I got one more game. I need to win that. But we could meet again in a battle for second, or the dream is still alive for the grand chaos of Group T. Maybe everyone splits, everybody's 3-3, and we all go to hell together. Let's do it.
That would be fantastic to watch.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm hoping for it.
Do y'all have your next games planned out already and scheduled?
I think I'm looking for Sunday against BSJ, but I just need to confirm it.
Yes, as am I. I wrap up my last game with BSJ, which is my final game of the group, on Sunday at 10.
Well, definitely, it's going to be fantastic to watch the end of this group, regardless of what happens here, for sure. It's very tight.
Yeah, I'm surprised. When I first saw the group, I saw that I had Relkin and Obscure in the group. I was like, all right. Thank goodness I made it to mains. It's been fun. I can look forward to the weeks after mains. Well, I have no races to do. It'll be great. The fact that it's been a good group, I'm so happy. It's so cool.
Oh yeah,
and scheduling's been good. Everybody's been real good with scheduling. Everybody's a lot of fun to play with. Everybody's real friendly. I couldn't ask for anything more. It was fantastic. Yeah,
it's been a pleasure to play with you guys, and look forward to it. And yeah, it's been so close. Of course, it's not great for our nerves, but you know, it's not fun when someone just runs away with it. So the fact that it has been so close, and it's probably going to come down to the last race, is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeps any questions from you that I didn't think of?
No questions. Just GGs to both of you. You know, we were talking about kind of during the race how close the group is, and it'll be fun to see the remaining matches between you all.
Absolutely, it'll be very entertaining to watch again. I can't wait.
All right, it's about time we wrap things up here. Any final thoughts from either of you two before we call it a night here?
Once again, thank you both so much. And Lana stepping in on short notice, very much appreciated. Walther, also, thank you very much. Obscure, 2 games, a lot of fun. Such a pleasure playing with you. Good luck in your next one. And can't wait to see where we go from here. And, of course, since I'm in the position now of needing some help, I hope we meet again. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's just to mimic everything that AFG just said. Like, thank you guys so much. Thanks everyone for watching. No more Ambrosia, please. That's enough for groups and for quite a lot of the brackets as well, please. And no more seeds like this. Can we roll a few better seeds? Thanks.
Oh God, what the hell was this?
It was only because you were on Speed Gaming 2. It seems to be the Ambrosia channel.
Gotcha. The curse of SG2.
Everything is just open hard tonight. That's our today. It's fine.
Yeah. And if you're looking for more rando action, in about 10 minutes, we've got Speed Gaming Main, Norse Manning Ninjembro at 10:10 Eastern GFE and JJo 36. Tomorrow morning, Matt 7898 versus Red Kitsune on SG3 at 10:10. Hayfield Bay and Homewrecker on ALTTP Randomizer at 1:10. And Scottish Brave versus our very own Lana Bean on SG4 at 1:10. So those are your evening and morning races, or your respective time zones. And we'll hope to see you there for more action. Lana, want to take us out?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Keebs. It was a pleasure commentating with you. Walter, thank you again for doing all the hard work and tracking for us. Obscure and AFG, GG's to you once again. Otherwise, as Keebs was saying, stay tuned for all these races coming up here soon. Good luck to all the runners. And if you want more action, head over to SG right now. It's going to happen pretty quick. And everybody have a fantastic rest of your night.